Welcome back to Denver and Bunny. I'm Denver, and today we're going to be going over the Week 1 metagame report of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like, comment down below if you agree or disagree with this list, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, stay tuned for more information on an upcoming giveaway. Without further ado, let's begin. So since the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, many metagame changes have occurred, and it is a very interesting, viable place. There are not a whole lot of characters in the low and bottom tiers, which is very good for a competitive, fun atmosphere. Starting off with top tier, we have King K. Rool, who is a very strong character and is without a doubt the best heavyweight in the entire game. His belly counter is just too much to give up on. He does way too much damage, and his up B is insane for those recoveries. Without a doubt, I also think he has the best recovery for a heavyweight in the entire game. Inkling, who is also top tier, is still playing very strong, stronger than we predicted. All of Inkling's B moves can turn the tide of a game very efficiently. Inkling's recovery is also great. Some people complain that Inkling does not have enough kill moves, which I say, his or her tilt is more than enough to finish off an enemy from high percentages. The other top tier heavyweight is Ganondorf. Ganondorf is surprisingly good at a lot of things. His combos and ladders are nice. He deals a lot of damage, and he has his Warlock Punch, which is a nice strong attack. The only sword fighter to be top tier is Chrom. Now, Chrom is just insane. It's a combination of almost every single other Fire Emblem character, besides Robin, mashed into one fighter. He can do insane amount of damage, and win a fight with ease. So although there may be more top tier in this list, these are the four we wanted to talk about. Now we're going to move on to high tier. In high tier, I have a couple of fighters I want to talk about in particular. First of all, Pikachu and Pichu. Pikachu and Pichu being in the same tier means that something's up here. Pichu is just a slightly worse version of Pikachu, or you could argue even slightly better, due to Pichu's increased speed. Personally, I don't think these fighters deserve a spot as top tier, as they are very great and have very great combos, but are not quite good enough to be the best of the best in this game. As I said earlier, most characters are very viable, so picking Pichu, or even someone in the mid-low tiers, won't hurt you too much. We also have Fox, who is not quite as strong as he was in Smash 4, but is still quite the powerful pick. His down B is not so great, but all of his other moves are amazing, and his down B does have its moments. Cloud, who I believe is the second best sword fighter in the game, and the most fun. Cloud has received some slight nerfs, but all of his moves remain powerful, as well as his limit gauge. We also have Mewtwo and Lucario. Mewtwo and Lucario are basically the same fighter, but with one major difference. Rage. Lucario can charge up an ability called Rage after he takes more than 100% damage, while as Mewtwo's attacks are much stronger than Lucario's. After Rage, and as Rage increases, Lucario becomes a very viable option against even a Mewtwo. These are both very strong fighters, and can see a lot of potential in tournament play. Finally, for the high tier, we're going to have Meta Knight. Meta Knight can deal a lot of damage really efficiently, have a nice recovery, and can jump 4 times. That's right, not 2, but 4. Although other characters can jump more times than Meta Knight, a few to name, Kirby and Jigglypuff. 4 jumps is plenty enough, and Meta Knight, with his powerful moveset, can definitely and effectively win a lot of battles in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We're going to move on to mid-tier. So for mid-tier, I have 3 fighters that I mainly want to talk about. Firstly, we're going to start with Mario. Mario was always a premier character in Super Smash Bros. Games. Usually, people who are drawn to characters such as Mario prefer the basic and more simple characters in the game, but while Mario is simple, he used to be very strong. Mario is still a strong pick in this game, and has a great moveset that I found personally fun to play around with, but it's not quite as strong as it used to be. Now, to be fair, anybody mid-tier and above is without a doubt competitively viable, as the balancing in this game is completely different from most. Most characters are playable in tournaments, which is always a plus. I also wanted to talk about Bowser. Bowser has received nerfs and buffs, but I think overall he may be a worse character than he was in the last iteration, aka Smash 4. His combo has been severely nerfed and is almost impossible to pull off now, but everywhere else has been buffed for him, which is a major plus, even being a high tier. But after some experimentation, he is not quite there yet. In the future, after maybe some slight buffs, Bowser may be able to reclaim the spot in high tier. The last fighter I want to talk about in mid tier is Olimar. I think Olimar is by far, on this list, the best mid tier fighter. Olimar, I do think, deserves high tier, but after discussion with my coworker Bunny, we decided that Olimar deserves to be middle tier. Olimar has a great moveset, and if used correctly, can win a whole lot of battles, but does have a very high skills floor. It is very difficult to learn, and can be bad in a lot of situations. So for that reason, we put Olimar as mid tier. Low tier. Low tier, we basically only have Samus and Dark Samus. These characters are very underwhelming, and were supposed to be a lot better than this, at least. Samus, in other games, was at least mid-tier, but with the new amount of fighters and new variety, Samus has just become a worse pick overall. Dark Samus is just a slightly better, in my opinion, version of Samus, but she does not deserve a whole tier above Samus. And finally, for bottom tier, the only fighter I wanted to talk about that I believe is bottom tier, and the only fighter in the entire game that I believe is bottom tier, is Ridley. Ridley's an interesting character, to say the least. He is basically a fan service character. He's nothing more than that. He's not a very powerful option, and if you have fun, no shame on you, but he's not competitive in the slightest. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. For the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing metagame updates, so if you want to see more of that, leave a like, subscribe for more, and comment down below who you think should have been on this list, or who you think shouldn't have been on this list. As I mentioned earlier, we're doing a giveaway. When Denver and Bunny reaches 500 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a fighter's pass to a lucky subscriber. All you have to do to enter, really, is subscribe to our channel. Until next time, Denver and Bunny